Now, Apple will open an iOS design and development accelerator in Bangalore. It will kick off early next year, and it will really give developers an opportunity to work with tools that power iOS apps worldwide, and also get a first up review of this with Apple experts every week. In fact, to really find out the significance of this, we spoke to one of the key players who also will be collaborating with Apple closely, Ravi Gururaj, the chairman of NASSCOM's Product Council, to just find out why this accelerator is significant and different from the tons of other accelerators around.
We are delighted to see Apple make this new initiative in India to help our product ecosystem, our mobile app ecosystem really grow and thrive. I think a delightful out-of-box experience is critical to success going forward. And we've known Apple's been an expert at that, and I'm glad they're bringing the expertise to Indian ecosystem.
Give us the backstory. How did this really start? Did it start with Modi's visit to Bay Area, and how did it really come to fruition, or is it tied to Tim Cook's visit to India?
Well, I think they've just announced it at Tim Cook's visit to India. I think I don't know all the backstory. To be very frank with you, I don't. But I suspect they've been planning this for some time. I think India is a big market. I think it's as Tim Cook himself says in his release, that India is a very important market from the developer perspective. I think it's one that has been less tapped into by Apple, and I think they want to put in more beef in there. Try and really expand the efforts, and I think that's very welcome because the timing is right. I think a lot of developers are now looking to go mobile. They're looking to build innovative global apps out of India, and I think the Indian market itself is ready for really beautiful apps, right? And that are built made in India.
Right. And how is NASSCOM going to be associated with this? I mean, in that release we saw thumbs up coming from Snapdeal, Zomato, and also NASSCOM President RC. So how is NASSCOM going to be involved in building this accelerator for them, or perhaps providing support from your own startup warehouse?
Yeah, so we're a stakeholder in the ecosystem. Apple is a very critical element of the ecosystem. We would be delighted to help them succeed here, just as we do with other platform players and all the companies that wish to engage with the startup ecosystem. So to that extent, it's a very general, broad engagement. I think if they look to us for further support, we'd be open to helping, right? I think Apple knows best what's best for Apple developers. That's what we want them to bring here and drive them and give them whatever assistance they might need to reach out to the community, to kind of engage with our developer ecosystem and to facilitate in whatever way we can. But I think fundamentally Apple has to drive this program, right? They understand what's best.
Right. Finally, some critics would say that this accelerator, it's just window dressing. The main push is going to be Apple stores and refurbished phones. So from that perspective, is this just the latest in a long line of accelerators that we have seen from MNCs? What really sets it apart?
Well, I don't think it's window dressing at all. Okay, I think it's a very critical, important move from the developer and the mobile app ecosystem perspective. I think I was at Apple headquarters, a couple of weeks ago when they hosted us, the InnoTrek delegation, and we received some early kind of tasting of what they might have to offer when some of their experts came out and talked to us about what it takes to build a great app. I think that's the kind of expertise, that's the kind of knowledge transfer, that's the kind of guidance and mentoring that they can provide direct from Apple for made in India products.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.